Real World AIP. I'm Stacey, and tonight I'm making barbecue sauce. I've never made AIP barbecue sauce. So I scoured the internet, I went through my AIP cookbooks, I found every recipe online, and I kind of broke it down into the elements that you'd need to make a barbecue sauce, and then I made it my own. So the base of my barbecue sauce is going to be cough fig. It's a roasted fig sweetness that is the perfect base for a barbecue sauce. So let's get started. First thing I did, I boiled 2 cups of water, and then I put a tablespoon of ground cough fig in there. And because I wanted it extra strong and I don't have a French press, I took my immersion blender and I went to town with it with the boiling water and the cough fig grounds, and then I strained it to get the grounds out. So I'm left with this super extra strong double strength. Now it's about 1 3/4 cups. I guess some of it evaporated. But anyway, this is going to be the base for my barbecue sauce. I want to get my tamarind going too, because I'm going to be adding that to the barbecue sauce. Buy a box of this, it'll last forever. You don't have to use fresh. You can use the powder. I'm going to use 2 pods. 2 pods, just like I did in the sweet and sour meatball video. I'm just going to break these up, and then I'm going to soak them in some hot water while I'm doing the rest of my prep for the barbecue sauce. You can easily find tamarind pods in any Latin market, and even some regular grocery stores. Really easy to crack open. First you take this thing off, and then there's this like cage around it. You just pull that off. So I'm left with this. Just gonna stick them in this dish. I'm gonna add like just enough water to cover them. I don't know, like a half a cup of boiling water. And because I'm also going to be using dates in this recipe, I'm gonna throw them in here too so they can get all soft and mushy. So when we process everything, they'll be all plump. So I'm using 3 good size medjool dates, and I'm going to soak those right along with my tamarind in the boiling water. Whoop, that is hot. Here's about 1 tablespoon of refined coconut oil. I'm going to heat that up. And to that oil, I'm just going to add 1 sliced red onion. I want to caramelize this. I want to use a half to 1 teaspoon of smoked salt in this recipe, but I don't have smoked salt that's not in a grinder, so I'm gonna just have to grind this in a paper plate so I can measure it. It smells so smoky. You can find this stuff most anywhere now. It really adds a nice smoky flavor to stuff that you want to be smoky. Now that that onion's getting nice and caramelized, I'm going to add a bunch of garlic cloves. It's about 1 ounce. And some fresh grated horseradish root. This is 2 tablespoons. It weighs 1 ounce. I'm going to pour in some of the cough fig here. Pour it all in. Put it all in there. There we go. And then to that, I'm going to add 12 ounces of purple carrots, which is about 6 to 8 medium-sized carrots. They don't have to be purple. I just thought it would, make a cool color. And I'm gonna let this go until those carrots are nice and soft. I'm also gonna cover it so I don't lose too much of that liquid. Look at this. That is the base of a beautiful barbecue sauce. These carrots still aren't really soft yet, so we'll just keep going until they are. Right about now, I'll add my garlic powder to this. Use a half a teaspoon of these Whole Foods garlic granules. I'm also going to use a half a teaspoon of that smoked salt that I ground up. And while we're waiting for those carrots to soften up, I'm gonna finish getting the tamarind off of my tamarind pods. So these dates are nice and soft. They've been hanging out. Just throw them off to the side. And then we're left with our little pieces of pod. I'm going to, you just gotta kind of get in there and squeeze them, and you'll find these little hard pod things. Looks like this. It's just a little hard thing. So you basically, oops, and I just threw it back in. There it is. So you just want to get all these out. You can feel them. This is a very hands-on, just kind of squish around. You can see like pod, you know, they're like peanuts kind of, and you got to get the peanut out of the shell. I'll plop our dates right back in there to soak. This whole mix is going right in there. And also, while you're waiting for the carrots, you'd want to juice enough lemon juice to make 1/3 of a cup. Full disclosure, I actually didn't have any lemons, so I'm using lime juice. You just need something for acidity. This will do the trick. So I want to talk a little bit about the components that go into an AIP barbecue sauce in case you want to make some substitutions. Not everybody has coffee in their kitchen. Not everybody has dates. Not everybody has purple carrots or carrots, whatever. Well, most of you have carrots probably, but this is why I chose what I put in here, and here's how you can kind of customize it. It's kind of like the tomato sauce. Certain elements you need. So for a barbecue sauce, you need a base, obviously. You can use a plain tomato sauce. You can use beets. You can use carrots. I'm using carrots. They don't have to be purple. I thought the color would be cool. Some people use sweet potato. Some people use canned pumpkin puree. And also the onion that you're using, you gotta have onion and garlic in your barbecue sauce. That's also contributing to the base, at least the onion is. So yeah. Can you make this recipe without coffee? Of course. You could use bone broth, and for liquid you could just use water. I mean, it is adding a really nice flavor, but you could get some mission figs, some dried mission figs, and you could use those instead of the dates, or, you know, throw in additional figs. Oh, it's so smoky in here. Then you need sweetness. Barbecue sauce, you gotta have sweetness. Dates are adding sweetness. You could use honey. You could use maple syrup. You could use molasses. You could use apple. There are recipes out there, they use cherry, they use berries. I've seen someone using like a mixture of orange juice and strawberry. Just throw in some sweetness, whatever you want. You need a source of acidity, so I'm using lime juice because I didn't have any lemon juice. I don't think it'll really matter, but a lot of people use apple cider vinegar, you know, coconut vinegar, that's fine. You need a little bit of a kick, right? So maybe some horseradish or some 100% wasabi powder. You need some smokiness. I'm using the roasted fig as a source of a little bit of a smoky, not smokiness, but a roastiness. Smoked salt, that's really easy to find. Smoked salt it is for mine. I've even seen a recipe that used dried Persian limes to add that kind of smokiness to the barbecue sauce. And then you need umami, and just like in the tomato sauce, tamarind is a great way to add it. Tamarind's also going to add a little bit of sweetness, so it's like, you know, killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. You can use fish sauce, or you can use anchovies, which fish sauce is made out of, at least some of them are, or capers. Those are all going to add the umami. So anyway, there's some ideas for substitutions. That's why I put what I put in here. All right, my carrots are soft. So most of that coffee kind of cooked right down. I'm gonna add this cold lime juice, help it cool down a little. That's 1/3 of a cup of fresh squeezed lime juice. Lemon juice would probably be maybe even better. I don't think it matters really. And then I also have this soaking date and tamarind in this 1/2 cup of water. There's our sweetness and our ooey-gooeyness. Time to turn this into sauce. This is perfect. It's weird how it smells so much like barbecue sauce. First of all, look at it. It looks like barbecue sauce. So we've got the look down. This is good. As far as flavor, I'm sorry that I keep tweaking it, but I want it to be like perfect. I'm not gonna settle for like, oh, it's good enough. Like, so yeah, we gotta tweak it a little. Yup. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. That's good. That's barbecue sauce. Here's my serving suggestion for this. Let me know how you like the recipe. Comments below, always welcome. Subscribe. I post every Thursday. Also, I've been posting little tidbits of my daily life on Patreon. You don't have to be a patron to view it. It's free to the public. I appreciate everyone being my patron. But anyway, it's just cool. It's like a Snapchat feature. So while I'm making a recipe or whatever, I'll just post little snaps behind the scenes or whatever. But anyway, that's always on my Patreon thing. There's a link below. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna eat this. I hope you love it. Hope to see you soon. And until then, be healthy.